What up, peeps? We back for another Tony Baker movie review. This time we're reviewing Jumanji. Welcome to the jungle. The good old sequel with the extra title attached. I'm not a fan of the extra. Just number it. I'm cool with that. You don't have to add something extra. Jumanji, welcome to the jungle. Just say Jumanji 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They always throw in redemption though. Redemption always pops up in sequels. Redemption, apocalypse. You might be the last chapter, which is never the last chapter. It's only the last chapter when they say in space. That's when you know it's a wrap after that. There's no recovery after in space. Anyway, Jumanji is the sequel to the 1995 film starring Robin Williams of the same name. Back in the day, on the original Jumanji, it was this board game they found. They started playing it. Kids got sucked into the game. They never were able to get out of the game because they never finished. The girl never rolled and took her turn. So a kid was stuck in the game for years. Like literally, he was in there for like 20, 25 years. Some other kids finally played the game. They found him inside and was like, oh, snap. You're the kid that went missing. Like, I'm a grown man now. And you know Robin Williams was Harry, so you know that was a man. So this is a sequel. So, you know, they modernized it a little bit. Pretty much the same premise. But now they changed it from a board game to a video game now. You know, because, you know, kids kind of turned their back on board games from like 95 to like maybe like 2010. Board games is kind of back in now, but they fell off a little bit. You know, Jumanji knew that. It was like, I'm gonna change it to a video game. That's how you get the people to play. And so you got the kids in the video games, but now in Jumanji 2, they switched it from you just being you inside the game. You have avatars now. So I can go in as me, but then somebody else is gonna represent me in the game. I might be a girl in the game, but I'm a guy in real life. The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan are avatars, and the kids are them. And it's funny because Jack Black plays a girl underneath. He's the male avatar, but it's a girl within him. So that was just a funny dynamic to see him play. I'm a fan of Jack Black. I enjoy Jack Black, always have, man. It was good to see him back in the mix. I feel like I haven't seen Jack Black in a minute, you know what I'm saying? Got The Rock in there, of course, you know, he's killing it out here. Kevin Hart's doing his thing. The girl, Karen Gillan, I don't know where she's from. I've never seen her before, but she was good though. I enjoyed her. The budget is bigger, you know. The original Jumanji was like 65 million, but if you inflate that to today's money, it's probably the same. It was a fun movie. Like it wasn't something I was just like, oh man. It's not gonna be in my top 10 of the year, but it was fun. It was entertaining. The characters were likable. It was kind of kiddie. It was a little too kiddie for me, but it was still kind of PG-13. It had a little bit of edge on there, but it was still kind of kiddie. But the good rapport between the actors was dope. You knew that they were somebody else underneath what you were seeing. So they were able to convey that, especially Jack Black. It was cool. Like, it was entertaining. It was fun. It was in the jungle. It had some action in there. I was like, okay. Was I ever on the edge of my seat? No, there was no panic. I knew everything was going to be all right. I wasn't nervous. I was just like, all right, I know everything's going to work out. If you're a fan of the Jonas Brothers, one of the Jonas Brothers was in that joint. Nick Jonas. I don't know which one he is within the brother context, but he's one of them. He was up in there. But once I left it there, I was like, all right. Yeah, we had a good time. If I was playing this game, which avatar would I want to represent me? Like, cause you know, everybody had their own skill, you know. Kevin Hart's avatar just carried weapons and he was good with, he was a zoologist, so he knew all the animals and what they were capable of. I wouldn't have wanted to been the Kevin Hart character. The Rock character had super speed, could fight. So, you know, it was the basic, like, yeah, you want to use this guy. But I would probably be the girl because she could fight. She could dance too, like dance fight. I don't know, I can dance fight, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just a fan of being female characters in video games anyway. Chun-Li, Zong Fua, and Soul Calibur, you know. What's her name? And Resident Evil. I always like being girls in video games. Like, especially that Resident Evil 4, I think, where you're that girl that looks like Rihanna. I love that game. If I could just pick an avatar out the blue, I'd be a tiger every time. But that's neither here nor there, okay? What are the takeaways from the movie? When you go to the jungle, man, I'm all about keeping the mosquitoes off, man. I need off. Keep the mosquitoes up off me, because they out here killing people, man. People sleeping on mosquitoes. Once I see a jungle scene, I'll be like, mosquitoes is out there. Malaria, spider bites. That's immediately what I think of. Another takeaway, does it live up to the original Jumanji? I kind of like the original Jumanji setup a little bit better, because in the original, they were still in the town. They were all in the jungle in this one. That was cool, but I kind of like the jungle coming to the city, like rhinos running through the shopping mall, and like you in Walmart, and then monkeys swing in. That's a better looking visual. That's like, oh, it's crazy in here. Snakes at the club, you know what I'm saying? You in the library and some tarantulas come swinging in. That's a dope visual. And the original had David Alan Grier. He was so good in the original, man. David Alan Grier is slept on as a whole. He's a dope stand-up comedian, and he's just funny in every role he does. But that's neither here nor there, man. But y'all want to know the smooth jazz movie review of Jumanji. Welcome to the jungle. Don't forget about that. Welcome to the jungle. And here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle 3 saxophones out of 5. Now swing on the vine into that grade right there. All right, peeps, that's my review of Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. If you like Jumanji, get some other jungle joints like Indiana Jones, Romancing the Stone, Jewel of the Nile. And I heard this was like a sequel of sorts to Jumanji. I never knew this, but the movie Zathura that came out in 2005. Allegedly, it's from the same author. I didn't even know Jumanji was a book. But that's neither here nor there. Check that movie out. And I heard it was pretty good. It didn't do well at the box office, but I heard it was good. I might have to check it out now. Anyway, man, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of Jumanji, what you thought of the original Jumanji. What avatar would you want to be in Jumanji? And, comment, subscribe, share, and as usual, we out here.